Hi Chris, this is your machine all repaired. Did the best we could. The engine's a little beat up. We did have to change the indicators. The other one only had one set point working. I did have one used, so we put it on here. Everything works good. We replaced the ball valves. They were just so seized up and pretty beat. The actuators were working good. No problems there. Everything's kind of scraped clean. We're obviously not going to clean the frame 100%, but we had our guys scrape a lot of it down, so a lot of the heavy material's off. We've got new start buttons, stop buttons, flow controls are all new, all your tubing is new. New four-way here. Now regarding the conveyor, they removed all of the rollers. They put new bearings, steel bearings on the one end, replaced the axles going through it. We reconfigured the routing of the chain and put in a little bit more heavy duty on the idler that's in there. And then we put a fixed idler for the chain tension. So it's a fixed tensioner, if you want to call it that. You can see that back down in here. I don't know if you can get it in the video, but this is actually a stationary tensioner right there now. And we reinforced the gear head with this bar going down to the frame, just for the heck of it, because it is kind of a stress point. A couple other things, we redid this, put 2 set screws on it, so it's punched into the shaft, so hopefully that doesn't move on you anymore. Trying to think of a few more things. Right now we have it kind of set up for closing the steel pals that we have here. I'm not sure that they're exactly yours, but it did do a good job. We kind of have those sleeves pretty far up for that adjustment. And again, when this is closing, don't over close them. All you're going to do is wear out the tooling. You want it to come down and close approximately 90 degrees on the bend of those tabs. We did have to cut off a couple of nuts here and put on new ones so you can tighten the sleeves. Hopefully you don't over tighten these guys and take advantage maybe of the pinholes, so that keeps them in place. I'm just going to go ahead and run this one cal through here for you. I'm not filling a lot of water, it's just for an example. So right now this is set up as an automatic tear, so that when you press the green start button, it'll automatically tear off the value of the container, and then it'll fill to the 2 set points that are set in here. Set point 1 is the weight value for which you want it to slow down. We call that the dribble value. Set point 2 is simply your shutoff. Now we're filling water, so it's going to splash a little bit. Obviously your product's a bit thicker. When I press start, it'll come down, it'll delay as if it was putting nitrogen in here, which I don't have. So that's the time factor right here. And then it'll start filling. Hit set point 1, slow down. Hit set point 2 and shut off. You can slow down the rate in which that fill ball valve actually shuts to help with some of that splashing. So that one's full. I'm not going to put a lid on here. I'm just going to roll her down into the closing part. And you don't want to put your hands anywhere near that closing tool. So that's what we have it set at the moment. We also added this guard here just for the heck of it with your no hands. We don't want anybody getting involved in any of this stuff. So the proper way, fill it, push it so that it's nudged onto the in-feed conveyor, and then stay the heck out of there. So hopefully she'll give you a much better performance than what you're getting before, that's for sure. Everything's working. The conveyor should hold up a lot better. But one thing I always want to point out is that that conveyor has to shut off completely before that head comes down and presses on the pail. One other thing I did add, we added the metal plates between these rollers. You got 3 of them in here now to reinforce that staging area for the press. But again, make sure that that motor is shutting off when that head comes down to either press the lid on a plastic pail or crimp the lid on a steel pail. It has to be stopped. Otherwise, that's about it.